What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a great Saturday so far. Welcome on in, Unrivaled Phantom. I'm assuming that's Decidueye, Mighty Munchkin, Big Cheese Throws, Ron G, the OG. Hope you are all well. Good morning, Hassan. We're going to be doing something a little bit different from here on out. I don't think it's been any secret that I've gotten really frustrated and tired of the Tapu Lele hunt. So we're going to start doing some stuff that I want to do. And what I want to do today is find out who's going to win in a head-to-head shiny race. Is it going to be KABUTOPS? Is it going to be Lord Helix himself, OMASTAR? And I hope you guys hang out and, you know, find out with me. Hassan with the 14 months. Let's get some hype for Hassan and let's go ahead and get started on this hunt. Big shout out, by the way, to Shinies. Good friend, good YouTuber who has helped me get this kind of soft relaunch for the channel up and running. But yeah, let's get going. Let's see if we can get a shiny today. Short, hefty. Well, some would say that I've always been short. Jeez. But hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how your week has been. What's new with all of you as we do this first check. I haven't exactly figured out what to do for music for the stream yet, so just bear with me for right now. Hunting shiny hunting Zekrom and DA's 105 checks so far. Dang, Hassan. I hope it doesn't go too much further over odds. James the Cat Boy, what's going on? Praise Lord Helix. Evelyn, good to see you. School was crazy. Why was it crazy, Mighty Munchkin? And crap, the counter didn't grab that one. I'm gonna still try to figure out how best to do the auto counter with this type of hunt. 13 checks for Zekrom, nothing yet. Well, hopefully you don't go to 105. I mean, Hassan, I hope you get on next check, but I hope that Decidueye doesn't get up to the number of checks that you're at. Someone brought knives to school. That's not cool. That's scary. That's scary. That's very scary, Mighty Munchkin. All right, no check or no shiny on check 3. We're gonna keep going. I may have to go back to splitting between two locations for work again. Oh my goodness. Change your name to fit your profile picture. Makes sense. Makes sense. I like it. Got suspended. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that's not cool. Don't be bringing weapons to school. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some music. This is a little too quiet on my end. I don't know how it is for you guys. No shiny on the 4th check. Team Kabutops all day long. All right, Time Mister. Yeah, it's been interesting watching the poll so far. 2 phases, Swampert and Marowak, good phases. Is that Cantonian Marowak or Alolan Marowak? Let me see if I can get some music on. I think people like music, right? Do the kids nowadays like music? Is that a thing? We might go old school. Whoops, forgot to hit the button here. Let's check this Helix. Gonna go with some old base Rebels. Oh, come on. That's not what I want. No, I don't want base Rebels. Hold on a second here. Hold on, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. This is what I want. Let me see. Is that too loud? That's probably too loud. Oh, you guys can't even hear it. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Can't see the chat for a second. I want. Why can't you just do what I want? let's cut that down to about there. And let's, there we go. Alright. We'll put there. Let me know how that sounds. Okay. Let's do a reset. Let me know if I just added that. I don't know if the volume's good. Let me know if the volume is too soft, too high, too low, too hard. I don't know what the right term is. Mega Heracross raid today. That's right. Mega Heracross raid is in fact today. That one didn't go up. I know why. I got the controllers in the wrong hand. I've only defeated the first 2 Pokemon. You're already down 2 lives. Yikes. That's no good. You don't have enough Pokecoins. I don't either. What's up, Jacoby? Dirty Jacoby Flew. What is going on? Good to see you. Yeah, who all's doing the Mega Heracross raid today? Music Perfect, Hefty needs a small up. You got it, cheese. You got it. Okay, interesting. So I gotta do that on the actual microphone. There we go. There we go. Did that not go up either? This autocannon, man. The autocanner's fantastic. But trying to figure out how to best prompt it while doing a soft reset hunt like this is tricky. Thought I had it down yesterday, but then this morning it wasn't working the same way. I got shiny Groudon, a Primal Groudon raid day. Nice. I got just a regular Primal Groudon. Yeah, Mighty Munchkin, if I happen to be on while you're getting ready to do one, definitely hit me up. You have 2 shiny female Heracross and Pogo? Nice. You see, that one went through. This doesn't make sense. So I've been doing a lot of these soft reset hunts lately. In the past week, I started this last Sunday. I've gotten a Tyrantrum, a Shuckle, a Diggersby, a Licky Licky, a Tangrowth, and a Drudagon. I've been having a lot of fun with them. Both of these are ones I do need to re-hunt in Premier Balls, so that's pretty exciting for me. Yeah, Tyrantrum I got in something crazy like 20 resets. I was dual hunting it. A lot of them I've been dual hunting, but yeah, the Tyrantrum was nuts. Like, I was just getting settled shinies, and it just popped up blue. It was insane. But shinies, a good morning to you. I hope you're doing well, buddy. And again, thank you so much for everything. I gave you a little shout out at the beginning. This stream would not happen if it wasn't for shinies. Helped out a lot with some advice, the thumbnail, this overlay. I'm sure it probably looks familiar to you. Good morning, Billy. I'll tell you what, Shinies definitely has a style to his artwork, and I dig it. Level 41 in Pogo. Dang, I just hit level 40, like... When was it? It was during the Sinnohfest. I finally hit level 40, got my shiny Mew. So it looks like Lord Helix is in the lead with 46%. And 8% say I sub, which is nice. So I don't know who all out there has been watching the X-Men '97 series on Disney Plus, the relaunch of the old X-Men animated series from the '90s. I've been absolutely loving it, and I finally watched episode 5 this morning. I'm kind of old school. I know the show comes out on Wednesdays, but I like to keep it and do it on Saturday mornings so I can relive that Saturday morning cartoon feel. And I'll tell you what, up until about 20 minutes before I started the stream, I was still emotional. This episode was insane. It was probably the best episode I've ever seen of X-Men. They're just knocking it out of the park. I won't say too much in case anyone hasn't seen it, but man, what an emotional episode. You need 2 more levels to get your Shiny Shaman. Shiny Shaman, I don't have. I'm still on the first page of that, having to catch the 492 Pokemon from each of the first 4 gens. I have a feeling that was going to be a long one. I I have my Shiny Celebi, but I'm still far away from the Shiny Jirachi too. I'm about to get my second best buddy, and I need 10. I'm not paying attention to the counter. It looks like sometimes the auto counter is counting it, sometimes it's not. So I already know that this number's gonna be way off. Down to 1 life. You got this, Hassan. You're still on the first page? Yeah, me too, Mighty Munchkin. So do you need to be level 40 in order, is that a requirement for the Shaman? Going to the Zekrom fight? You got this, Hassan. Good luck to you, bud. I'm not sure if you noticed on the home screen, my good friend Dorian Dysart of the Dysart universe. I've been watching and lurking his morning streams lately, his notes with the Dysart, and he finally convinced me, just watching him play, to buy Princess Peach Showtime, and I'm actually really liking it. You need to be level 40 yet quicker, gotcha. How do I do on Bagon Community Day? Pretty good. I already had 1 shiny Bagon from, I don't even remember when. It might have even been random. So I needed to get 2. I ended up getting 5. And usually when I do community days, I don't spend a lot of time in the community day. Usually what I'll do is I'll leave the house, I'll drive over to the local Dunkin' Donuts, get myself a nice iced coffee, and then head down to the local park. And usually within, like, half an hour to an hour or so, I have everything I need. This time, I think I made it to the Dunkin' Donuts. And I got my 2. And then on the way back home, I got another 3. How did everyone else do with Bagon? Decidueye, do you want me to call you Decidueye or Phantom? It's up to you. I just want to call you whatever you want to be called. But congratulations on getting 3 of them. I might have to just drop the auto counter altogether. I don't think this is working. Your dad got 13? Holy smokes. I bought it digitally, Cheese. I was just, I got everything set for the stream last night, and then I was a little sad because I couldn't, shiny hunt for the rest of the night because I had all this set up. So I was just laying on the couch watching some TV and downloaded it. Lost the deck run because Arthur, the amazingly stupid NPC, switched his Rhydon for an Indeedee? That's stupid. Billy, thank you so much for the Kirklurks. Next community day is Bellsprout. I saw that, and I swear they had a Bellsprout community day before. But apparently I'm misremembering, because I looked and I only have 1, and it wasn't even from the community day. So it'll be nice to go ahead and get the Weeping Bell and the Victory Bell. I think Bellsprout Shinies are alright, but I think Weeping Bell and Victory Bell Shinies are just gorgeous. Especially Victory Bell. Just wondering, no judgment. I didn't think there was any. I mean, I typically like to buy physical, especially if it's a game series that I really enjoy. But, I mean, something like that, I got no problem just... I forgot what I was saying. Shinies, I'm seeing... Shinies, it's just going to be easier for me to talk to you than respond to your text. Shorts is in the title. Category is gaming. I don't have Sword and Shield as a description, or as a tag, so I'll do that. There we go. Uh, Call you Phantom? Alright, sounds good. I will call you Phantom now. I like that. It's a good name. Move the other two out of the title. Okay. Sorry guys, just bear with me. Shinies has been very helpful in trying to get me to do... I hate this term so much at work, but Shini's been helping me to do what they call best practices. So he's my, you know, he's my Levinson. Just call me Levinson of the morning, baby. Got Wordle in 5. Nice. Good job, Hassan. SEO optimization. That's another good term for it. What is not optimized is this freaking auto counter. This is driving me nuts. Shinies, I can't figure out a good place in a hunt like this to do the screen grab. I've tried a few different things with varying success. Like the one that I have right now, sometimes it counts it, sometimes it doesn't. Fernando, what is going on? Good to see you, buddy. So you got that one. Fernando the Mando, that's right. We got Wordle in 4. Nice, good job, Phantom. See, I still want to call you Decidueye just because I've been calling you it for so long. I'll get used to it, I swear. Phantom's a good name. But yeah, if anyone hasn't been watching the X-Men animated series, the new one, X-Men 97, on Disney Plus, and they are X-Men fans, I highly check it out. It is so much better than I expected it to be. I was really nervous. You know how it is when they, reboot or relaunch or whatever you want to call it, something that you have so much nostalgia for, that was such a big part of your life growing up, and they're just knocking it out of the park. I could not be happier with it. You got Shiny Raikou and Alpha Sapphire yesterday. Congratulations, Fernando. That's amazing. You have any idea on the number of checks? No judgment if you don't. I don't count when I'm not on stream. Shinies or Big Cheese or Ron, do me a favor. Remind me, send me a DM or something to remind me that after the stream is over, I need to go into the description and add, what the heck are these guys called? I already forget. Aries Beats into the description. If I'm going to use their copyright-free music, I need to at least give them a shout out in the description, so I don't want to forget to do that. 791 soft resets. That makes 6 of your soft reset hunts and Oris under odds. That's amazing, Fernando. Good job. If you guys have been around for quite a while, this music might take you back. This is the music that we used for the first year or so of streaming until I went to another place to get music. Unfortunately for me, fortunate for them, apparently a lot of the people that put out the copyright-free music on the other channel are hitting it big. So now it seems like every time I stream, I was getting dinged with a copyright claim or monetization sharing because those songs are now copyrighted. I mean, good for them. They're getting big enough where they can do that. I will miss the cow song, though. If you know, you know. Did that go up? I'm not even paying attention to the counter. This is going to be the most scuffed counter ever. Fernando, what have you eaten so far today? Interesting. I see KABUTOPS is currently winning with 59% of the vote. Counter did go up there. See, this is making no sense to me. Obtuse, rubber mousse, green mousse, guava juice, giant snake, birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake. I should have known. I should have known that's what he's had so far. Thank you, Phantom. Facing a mill tank and DAs, and if it's shiny, you're gonna name it Fernando Womando. That is the best name ever. You could just call it Womando. Because you're right, that won't fit, but Womando would. Got your second coffee today. Oatmeal with cinnamon and sliced bananas and strawberries. That sounds delicious. See, that one did not go up. This is frustrating, Shinies. I don't know if we got anyone new out there watching for the first time. We are only 5 subs away from hitting that 1,600 again. But yeah, if we got anyone new in the chat, would love to say hello. If you feel like saying hello. Nuh-uh. What's going on, Ghost Bunny? How you been? How's the old Brawlhalla treating you? I've been dual hunting on Soul Silver and Platinum. Illuminate random encounters. Nice. Nice. Just going for whatever you find. Nothing in particular. Just running around with that Illuminate Pokemon in the first slot. Did Illuminate work that way all the way back in Gen 4? Interesting. For some reason, those out of battle, I don't want to say abilities twice. Those out of battle things that some abilities have. For some reason, I didn't think those started until Gen 6. JJ, what's going on? I started Pokemon Sleep on your new phone. You got 38% deep sleep at 74 sleep score. Okay. We did not get the Lele Mictologist. This is a break. I needed a break from Lele. I honestly, Mictologist, I wasn't having fun anymore. And if I'm not having fun, then I can't provide you guys a fun stream. And if I can't provide you guys a fun stream, you're not going to have fun watching me. If you're not having fun watching me, then why are we even doing this? You know what I mean? Illuminate starting Gen 3. Okay, I didn't realize that. So I guess some of the things like Harvest, well, no, Harvest would have been Gen 8. But I guess some of the things like Static and Magnet Pool, maybe those were in later gens. Light Goal 40, oh my goodness, thank you, Phantom. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. Brawlhalla has gotten a new legend recently. Which one? Illuminate, Stack, and Magnet Pool are Gen 3. Okay, Flame Body, Gen 4, everything else Gen 6. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I typically use Flame Body, but I know Magma Armor does the same thing. Was that also Gen 4, or was that in later gens? Because I know there's now 3 abilities that can hatch eggs faster. Flame Body, Magma Armor, and in Gen 8 with the Roly-Coly line they introduced Steam Engine. Her name is Vivi. She has Glocks and the Air Force Ones, a blaster, and battle boots. Nice. Magna Armor was Gen 6. Okay. Fernando, you're so dang smart. All right, we've done 33 checks so far on each of them for a total of 66 checks. This is a 1 in 1365 odds hunt. So once we get to about, what would that be? 683. We'll on each of them will be at odds. So that'll probably be in about 20-25 minutes. We'll get 683 checks on each one of them. Down goes Zekrom for the 106th time. Star Wars. I do remember you talking about the Star Wars crossover. That's pretty awesome. You play Pokemon? Yes, you do, Cheese. How's the Uxie hunt going? Excuse me. Got Squirtle, Magnemite, Doduo, Togepi, and Riolu. Nice, JJ. Yeah, I haven't played Sleep since it first came out. I did for the first couple days, and I mean, I like the interface. I like the concept. It looks good. It wasn't, for me, it wasn't measuring my sleep properly, and so I just got a little frustrated with it. Like, for me, in my experience with it, since it wasn't measuring my sleep properly, it was kind of like robbing me of opportunities to catch Pokemon, and I was like, well, I don't like that. But I'm glad it's working for you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Common Collecting got you hooked on buying Japanese Pokemon games. I saw that Diamond do something the other day, Fernando. That thing looks gorgeous. I've been thinking, because, you know, I got to copy Chemnation and everything, right? He's been talking about it lately. He's got me thinking about it. I'm thinking I might end up picking up a copy of Green at some point. Explicit words. I'm sorry, Cheese. The Uxie will shine eventually. Because you got new phone. I did hear about that. That's awesome, JJ. Currently, it's happening to break from a hunt. Shelf of Gardevoir is over 1,300 resets so far. You've got the same freaking Ambipom shiny 5 times. Yikes. 75 Shalfa Pokemon. That's like 73 more than me. Law of Shiny, that's right. Yeah, JJ, you said, yep, brand new phone from this year. Sky Japanese Blue version is the only game with an in-game trade for Tauros. An in-game trade for Tauros? That is perfect for you, Fernando. I just got a package in the mail this week. I'm just going to say it. I hope you're okay with it, Cheese. I'm going to say it anyway. It doesn't matter if you are or not. But, you know, Cheese is a very talented, very smart reseller. And he was able to hook me up with something. I finally got one of the last games I needed, the only one I never bought. I finally got White 2. And he also hooked me up with some of those replica cases, the DS cases for the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, which is pretty sweet. So now I got cases for all the Gen 1, 2, and 3 games. So that's pretty awesome. I can't wait to get the whole display back here finished up with all of that. Tyler Shanks, good to see you. Yesterday was your birthday. Well, happy belated birthday, Tyler. I hope it was a good one for you. 1730 soft recess for Shalfa Crobat. 6 phases for Gobat. Dang, I'm sorry, Phantom. That's stinky. So yeah, there's only 2 games left that I need to re-buy, and that is Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Sapphire. I've been keeping my eyes out for some good deals. I had Silver and Sapphire back in the day. With the exception of Black 2, White 2, I've always bought both versions of the games, but what I would do back in the day is I would keep one game for myself and I would give the other one to my roommate so that we could play together. You know, my roommate would always think like I was being a really nice guy, and the fact of the matter was is that I just wanted somebody else to play with so I could get, like, you know, trades and evolutions and stuff like that. But, you know, I never asked for the games back. It's not like my roommates, like, you know, kept the games when they shouldn't have or anything. I would just buy it and kind of give it to them as a gift. Um, but so now I've had to, in the past couple of years, go back and buy the second versions of some of the games, like Diamond, like Sun, like Y. And so now I'm just down to having to rebuy Silver and Sapphire. That one, I don't think did it. Taking a break out from the hunt and doing something else for now. Hey, makes perfect sense. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. If anybody out there ever gets like super frustrated and angry with a hunt, I know I've been there. That's how I am with the Lele right now. There's actually nothing wrong with putting that hunt down for a little bit and doing something else. That's why I'm doing the stream right now, because honestly, I was not enjoying the Lele hunt. I was not having fun streaming that. And honestly, when I was streaming it, I was just thinking about, I can't wait till the stream's over so I can get back to doing the hunts I want to do, which is a terrible, terrible mindset to be in. An absolute mistake of a mindset to be in. So I just need a couple of smart friends to just smack me upside the head and said, why don't you just stream what you want to stream? So I felt a little bit of an obligation to finish the Tapu Lele hunt with you guys since we started it. And I'm sure eventually we will, but in the meantime, I thought we could have some fun with something like this. That's right, Reeves. We're going to be doing a series of strong spawn hunts, which is a good segue, so thank you, Reeves. Today we're doing KABUTOPS versus OMASTAR. This is not the only strong spawn hunt I have planned. We're going to have some other matchups. That's why we're going with the whole boxing theme. But yeah, we're starting with this one. Both of these are shinies I do need to rehunt in Premier Balls. So I'm pretty excited. And welcome on in, Reeves. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Tyler. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that where I just don't let go of the shift key before I start typing another letter. So thank you, Tyler. Thank you for letting me know that. I just fixed it. Thank you to the 19 people that are hanging out here. I appreciate you. Capture cards being stupid, it's not working anymore. That stinks. I wish I could help out with that, but as any of my friends, including Shinies, will tell you, I am absolutely terrible when it comes to technology. I have no advice to give. Okay, nice, JJ. You got a C chord? That's cool. Is the shorts stream intentional? What do you mean? What do you mean, is it intentional? UConn Men's National Championship Parade starting soon? That's exciting. Did I mean to stream via shorts? Oh, absolutely. That's why I got a vertical overlay and everything. Did that one go up? I don't feel like that one went up. I gotta figure out what to do about this. I think I might just get rid of the auto counter altogether and just go old school. Just have it tied to a hotkey. Now, Reeves, I'm just teasing you. Yeah, no, this is intentional. I thought I'd give the short streams a try again. When I say I decided to give the short stream a try again, what I mean is that Shiny slapped me upside the head until I said that I'd give it another shot. That time it went up. I would be the first, though. That's true, Reeves. That's very true. If there was ever anyone that would accidentally do a short stream, it would totally be me. You're 100% right about that. You got Shiny Kartana last weekend. Oh, nice, Mighty Munchkin. I didn't get a Shiny, but I was just happy to get a Kartana because I needed that for my Pokedex. I hadn't had one yet. And oh my goodness gracious, I knew the Kartana was a small Pokemon, but dang, it's small. And trying to get like a great throw in Pokemon Go on a Kartana, that was rough. Your controller also randomly disconnects, so you have to hold the home button to reboot it every minute. Ew. Reese, that's stinky. Yeah, it is origami. That is very few intelligence. Yeah, imagine hitting an excellent curve throw. That'd be insane. I finished all the collection challenges in Pokemon Go for the bug out event, except for I need to find a dang female Combi. The only thing I'm missing is evolving Combi into Vespiquen. Whoops. An excellent on an extra small Kartana. Could you imagine? Trying to build a VGC team using Cricketune. Oh, nice, nice. I like Cricketune. It is funny. Yeah, Tapu Bulu's in raids now. I think I still need that one. I didn't manage to get Tapu Lele, surprising no one. That freaking Lele, I tell you what. I did do a raid with the Dice Arts, and we beat it, and then I threw all my Premier Balls at it, and it popped out of every single one. It ran off. I'm not even talking shiny. I'm talking regular Lele. That thing just hates me. Everyone's so confused on why you're using Cricketune. Reeves, I get it. There are certain Pokemon that are not what we will say traditionally popular that I really enjoy. So, I get it. Does it have good stats? I don't pay nearly as much attention to stats as I probably should. No? Okay. Alright, best one's 85. Yeah, that ain't too good. Yeah, Shiny Legend is a guarantee. Well, you know what, McTelligence? That's interesting. It is, I guess you could say, technically a guarantee capture, but I have seen someone fail it. My friend Dorian Dysart wanted to test out that theory, and so he got a Shiny Legendary, and on the last ball, he just kind of dropped it on the ground. So it is possible. It is possible to fail it. Everyone's like using Incineroar. I like Incineroar, but I'm not like in like with Incineroar. If that makes sense. After Zekrom, you're gonna go Regieleki. Nice, Hassan. I hope you get it as quickly as I did. That's 100 I can actually be proud of. That was like 1,700 checks, something like that. Loving the OG music. Razzie, thank you for the lurks. Yeah, I'm not sure how long you've been lurking, but and I think I've mentioned this before. The channel that I've been getting the music from for the last year has been really cool and nice, but the artists from that channel apparently are starting to blow up or something, and so the music has slowly been becoming copyrighted, and it seems like every stream I was getting hit with a new copyright claim or you know, split monetization or shared monetization or whatever. So I just said, screw it. We're going back to the OG music. I don't know why the auto counter sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Mind you, Blinding Lights. It's funny you say that, Phantom, because this song is called Neon Lights. Oh man, I miss these conversations. Trying to guess what song this copyright-free music is trying to be like. And thank you for the Kirk lurks. It is old school. Has anyone got any good plans for today? All his son, does that surprise you? I mean, you're like the king of Dynamax adventures. You know what you're in for. Rock polish, acupressure, magnet rise. Raid day, that's right. Yep, Mega Heracross raid day. Nothing planned other than just hunt. Nice. Storms, what's going on? This Pokemon doesn't know a grand move. I must Magnet Rise. Exactly. Your good buddy's back in town. So dinner with him and a half workday. Nice cheese. And Storms flexing that 2 months of membership. Thank you so much, Storms. Can we get some hype in the chat? Mega Blue Beetle raid day. 14 more DA Shiny Legends. I can't believe you only got 14 left. Alright, I am getting requests. I'm getting requests via direct messages. And, you know, as I am a monkey, I will dance when asked to. Hello. Randomly found a shiny Spidops. Nice. Evolving your Bisharp, getting that King Gambit. Evolving the Bisharp and found a Spidops. That sounds like a good way to start the day. Did that one go up? I didn't notice. Counters are... numbers are made up. Numbers are figments of our imagination anyway. Storms, thank you for the Kirklurks. Alright, I'm going to turn up my mic as far as it can go. Hopefully, if anyone has been having trouble hearing me, this will help, because past this, I don't know what to do. This is as loud as the mic gets. Shiny Kabuto at 184 McTelligence, congratulations. I'm jealous. I still need to get a Kabuto in a Premier Ball as well. And I had such a beast of a time hunting for Kabuto in the first place. I could kick myself in my own butt for not catching it in a Premier Ball. You're not a dumb Mighty Munchkin. You're hunting in wormholes and you encounter Shiny Audino and False Swipe and Double Edge. Hey, not a dum-dum. I get that. You know, all the legendaries in the Shiny Wormholes don't have any self-damaging moves. But there's, I think, 4 or 5 of the non-legendaries that do. I failed a couple not knowing that. I failed a Shiny Altaria because I didn't realize it had Perish Song. I failed a Swanna because I didn't realize it had Brave Bird. So I get it. I get it. Piece of advice I could give you, Mighty Munchkin, if you haven't already, or if you don't already know this, when you're talking about the non-legendaries in the wormholes, once you go into the wormhole, it's decided whether or not it's shiny. I'm not talking about legendaries, I'm talking about the non-legendaries. So if you get into a wormhole that's not legendary and you think there's a chance there might be a shiny, save in that wormhole. Because if you encounter it and it is shiny and you somehow fail it, you can just reset the game and try again. Meganium raids are back in Scarlet and Violet. What is it? Is it Psychic type? Am I remembering that correctly? Or Fairy type? What's the Terra type? Failed a shiny Rowlet because it had Brave Bird. Amber, good morning, my dear. How are ya? And I know that had to hurt because you love Rowlet. You love Rowlet more than pizza pie. Psychic. All right, nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like, sometimes in life you have to look at things and say, I might not be interested in this, but is this something that would be good for people that are? And that's kind of how I feel about Scarlet and Violet. I personally don't care too much about the Terra Raid events they do. It's just not something I'm interested in, but I am happy that they are continuing to do those Terra Raid events and continuing to give at least some sort of new content almost week after week for people that are interested in that. So for anyone that wants to go for the Psychic Terra Meganium, I wish you luck. I hope you get it. I'm probably not going to be going for it, but for anyone that does want to get it, I hope you get it pretty easily. Second favorite fossil caught, lucky you. I got yours being it solo with Mew caught in a Safari Ball. Nice. You're gonna be looking while playing Minecraft? All right, Tyler, enjoy the Minecraft. Rianne, good morning, and everyone in chat, can you do me a personal favor? Can you please tell the lovely, the wonderful, the legendary Rianne happy birthday and happy streamiversary. Oh, Tyler, does it have a chance to drop Herba Mystica? I didn't realize that. That's really awesome. This dropping Herba Mystica. I mean, I wouldn't be against having more Herbas, but because of how I play with Scarlet on one system and Violet on the other, I essentially have unlimited Herba. Did I hear your mindless talking about 5G? 5G is 150 times faster. Is it? Okay. I don't really know anything about that stuff. I just know that the higher the G's, apparently the better the quality or something. I don't know. On this day, the universe said, I choose you, and we're forever grateful. Happy birthday, Rianne. Someone jokes about 100G and that would be a million times faster, would rip apart the Matrix. Probably so. Rhea is amazing. She sure is. I honestly think that Rianne might be one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. See, that time the counter didn't go up. They've been doing well for a while, and then it didn't. Carly May flexing the 15 months of membership. Hello, Carly May. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Fantastic and beautiful people we have here, absolutely. And that time the counter went up. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm sure it's getting annoying that every reset I tell you if the counter went up or not. That probably is not the type of live content you were looking for. Rasford Jenkins, are you still lurking? I don't mean to call you out, but I have a question for you. What if it is, though? Reeves, you might be the one person that wanted to come into a live stream solely to hear someone say whether or not a number went up or did not go up. Time for a second Kabuto. Good luck, McTelligence. So Lord Helix currently winning with 42% of the vote. No, Tyler, Rianne's birthday is today, but it was Tyler's birthday yesterday too. So we got 2 birthday babies in the chat right now, which is fantastic. Back-to-back amazing birthdays for amazing people. Galaxy Amations, you have risen into this technological communication system to say one little statement. Hi. Hello, Galaxy Amations. How are you? Where are these Oinkalones? You know, I mean, I've been asking that for years, Reeves. Never used vocab in your life? I'm so proud of you. You can spell, you sure can, Reeves. You're a fantastic speller. Ka-chunk! Alright, here we go. Check number 69. How does it feel to be part owner of the Pokemon franchise? No check on 60, or no shiny on 69. It's a very, very small part. Very small part. So small, in fact, you could say it's practically non-existent. Did I see WrestleMania? I didn't, Mighty Munchkin. It's been quite a long time since I've watched wrestling, but I did hear that it was a pretty good WrestleMania. I have a lot of friends that did watch it. They seem to really enjoy it. So I'm glad they enjoyed it. How about you? Did you watch it? Did you have fun watching it? So yeah, if you weren't here earlier when I was talking about it, we're going to be doing some strong spawn soft reset hunts on the channel for a while. This is the first of a series. I've been having a lot of fun doing these for the past week. I started last Sunday, and so far I've gotten Tyrantrum, Shuckle, Diggersby, Licky Licky, Drudagon, Tangrowth, and I'm forgetting one. Who am I forgetting? One other that I can't remember. So, yeah, I just want to try and get all the ones that I need in Premier Balls. I have a lot of fun with these hunts. It's going to drive me crazy. Who am I forgetting? You're originally going to get Duskull, but sadly you couldn't find it. Oh, you got the plushies. You got the plushies of all 3 Paldean starters. You wanted Duskull, but you couldn't find it. I'm sorry. Duskull would probably be a good plushie. I haven't added to the plushie collection in a while. I've got quite a lot at this point. It's kind of crazy. But I do kind of feel like I want some more. Yeah, McTelligence and Reeves are both amazing at spelling. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. This is a great start to my morning. Great start to a Saturday for me. Hanging out with some amazing people and doing a shiny hunt that I enjoy doing. I can't believe we've already been doing this for almost an hour. There are some more like Daramaka Dratini and some of the evolutions. There are even Funko Pops of all of them except for Umbreon and Leafeon. Which one is it? I know one of those two has been released and the other one is like not released yet, but will be soon. I can't remember. I know I've heard Game Boy talking about that. Sometime you'll win a Zekrom DA again. When you do, it'll be shiny. That's right, Hassan. Absolutely. Something about VGC is so annoying is that almost every mod needs Protect. That would be annoying. I think it's just as annoying having to use Protect as it is having to deal with Protect. You know what I mean? Even inside a giant Mimikyu, that would be cool. I'm surprised I don't have a Mimikyu yet. I'm sure it's probably just always sold out when I try and go for it. I couldn't remember if I had an Omanite or an OMASTAR. I do have an Omanite plushie. One time someone was dead lost and they just wasted your time by using Protect. Yeah, see, that's just annoying as heck, right? Animal Crossing stuff, like Isabelle plush, and there's a Tom Nook and a KK Slider. Nice. I like KK Slider. He's cool. KK Slider, like, his vibe is kind of like what I aspire for in life. Aries sent in Discord. Oh, I gotta take a look at those. Lord Helix, but cute. Exactly. Look at this little guy. Look how adorable. With his derpy eyes. Oh, I'm sure Carly would like those plushies. Absolutely. Oh, those! You know what, Intelligence? I did see those. I did see those. Yeah, those look awesome. The KO'd Pokemon plushies. Those did look really cool. $150 checks in, nothing yet. Yeah, so like an idiot, back when I was hunting these after the Crown Tundra came out, the Omanite line and the Kabuto line, I spent, God, weeks hunting for these. And that river, just going up and down that river, checking all the wild spawns. I was so freaking far over odds on all of them. And when I finally got them, I caught them in like dive balls or something. And looking back, I'm so annoyed because the fossil hunts in this game have been so rough for me. Tyrant and Tyrantrum took me forever, originally. Amora and Aurorus took forever. These took forever. The Archon took forever. The Tortuga took forever. And I'm just so mad at myself that I didn't catch these Premier Balls to begin with. Went to lurk mode. You had bagel with cream cheese, chili flakes, and a thinly sliced cucumber. Ooh, that sounds good. Bread. That's pretty much it. Bread. A big Kirby on a Warp Star plushie. Ooh, that's nice. I like that, Tyler. I like Kirby. I haven't played nearly enough Kirby games. Every Kirby game I've played, though, I enjoy. There's so many of them I haven't. And, of course, he's awesome in Smash. Cheese is a big Kirby. The best Kirby. Kirby Star Allies. I don't think I played that one. Which system was that on Galaxy Mation? I played the original on the Game Boy. I played something on the Super Nintendo. I think there was a Game Boy Advance game I played. Oh, Switch. No, I have not played that one. I have not played that one. What's the one that came out with like 2 years ago, like the Forgotten Isles or something like that? The one where like you could like inhale a car in a vending machine and stuff like that. I played the demo on that one, and I watched the Dice Art Universe play it for a while. That one looked pretty fun. That's one that I might eventually pick up. Forgotten Planet. Thank you, Cheese. Praise Helix. Good morning, Clocky. How are you? Helix in the lead with 42% of the vote. Forgotten Land. Okay, yep, that's it. Yep. Maddie P. Good morning. How are you? You guys were up late last night doing some Dynamax adventures. Quaxley plushie look extremely unwell. That's a good question. Maddie, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, I know it's gonna be a wild night when it's a Friday night and I'm getting ready for bed, and as I'm crawling into bed, my phone starts vibrating, and I look over and I see like a handful of pings from these night owls getting ready to start doing some Dynamax adventures. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. Birthday in 10 days. Ooh, nice. You had a blast as always. Sweet. My birthday is, I think, it might be 99 days. It's definitely 3 months and 9 days. Brew, you're back. Welcome back, Ghost Buddy. I hate it when it does this. Sometimes the lower switch gets caught up on checking whether or not the software can be played. Happy early birthday. Thanks, Reeves. Brawlhalla with your younger brother and making him mad? Uh-oh. I take it you're making him mad because you're beating the crap out of him. Gage Perez has the same birthday. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Gage's birthday is coming up. You're right. $423. Thanks for the reminder. I'm going to have to send him a little birthday message. Same time I'm sending you a birthday message. Did that go up? Who cares? So tired. Go back to sleep, Carly. I've been told that my voice can put people to sleep, so just lay down in bed. Have your phone nearby with me streaming, and before you know it, I'll knock you right out. Bisharp is the first shiny that's competitively trained with a mark. Oh, nice. What mark does it have? Sing a lullaby. Lullaby. And good night. Go to sleep, little Carly. Pumped up mark. How perfect is the pumped up mark for a competitive Pokemon? Why can't you have anyone else streaming? I don't know. Why can't you? King Gambit the Driven. That just sounds like a beast. Like, you know, he gets on his hover chair and just strolls into like the local dive bar, and everyone says, "Oh my gosh, it's King Gambit the Driven. Don't mess with him." Nobody messes with King Gambit the Driven. Hey, Razzie, if you have a second, I got a quick question for you. Uh, you don't have to answer it now, but I do need your advice. I know that you have two Switches that are not connected to the same Nintendo account. If I were to unconnect my lower Switch from my Nintendo account, would there be any negative connotations or negative aspects to that, negative consequences to that? And would I be able to eventually re-add it? Also, I hope you're having a good morning. You want way over budget yesterday on points? Uh-oh, cheese. King Gambit is your favorite Thunderwave Pokemon? Yeah, I like that whole line. I personally use a Bisharp with Eviolite, but yeah, it's got False Swipe and Thunderwave, and that's basically all I need to Shiny Hunt. Depends on save files. Oh, Clocky, I didn't think to ask you too. Clocky, I might hit you up later on for some advice on that. Just because it's very annoying every reset that I have to wait for it to check to see if I can play. Blame it on hops and pub pretzels. Fair enough. Nothing better than pub pretzel. 3 Monza's team are not shiny: a Zero Speed Torkoal, a Sinistcha, and a Walking Wake. I would be surprised if a Walking Wake was shiny. Friend gave you a shiny Bisharp that you evolved. Sadly, you haven't talked in ages. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear you haven't talked to your friend in a while. The pretzels are fluffy and come with cheese. Those are like the best pretzels. I love it when it comes with cheese. See the items, the Ivy train, then you're done. Sweet. Go over that more in DMs as well. I just need to make sure your primary Switch is in order. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate both of you, Razzie and Clocky. I do appreciate you guys. I know Keith would be a good resource as well. I'm over it, you know, and I'm thinking like I have no idea what all the ramifications would be, but I was thinking in my head like if the worst ramification is that only the primary Switch has the Pokemon Home access, I don't even care about that because whatever I catch in the secondary Switch, I can just transfer over in-game and then put it into Home. In your opinion, the best birthday present is an entire day without school and also talking with one of your favorite YouTubers. You know what? I am one of those people. Hey, Keith. Good morning. I'm one of those people that has a summer birthday, so I never had a birthday during school. Like I never went to school on my birthday, which had its pros definitely. Also had some small cons. But because of that, like once I got out of school, it felt weird to have to work on my birthday. So there's a lot of years that I've just taken off of work on my birthday. Just because like I grew up, it's like I'm not supposed to do anything like responsible or like work related on my birthday. It's my birthday. Can't talk to your favorite YouTuber because she hasn't been online YouTube at all, so instead you might chat with close friends and your girlfriend. Nice. That's really cool, Galaxy Nations. Ask Nicholas as well. I believe he's mentioned that you can get around the Pokemon Home access between multiple Switches. Never done it yourself and mean to mess with it. I'm just constantly amazed at how many absolutely brilliant people there are in this community. You guys are all so freaking smart. Meanwhile, it takes me a week to figure out why my microphone acts up. By the way, if anyone's interested with what was going on with the microphone last weekend, I finally figured it out. I was very proud of myself. I figured it out last night. So what happened was last weekend, um, my streaming software had an update. So after it updated, for some reason, I'm sure it's some sort of setting, after the update, it unmuted all of my audio sources. So what was going on with the microphone last week was that not only was the audio coming from the microphone, the audio was also coming from the webcam. And so that's why it sounded so stupid, was that I had two microphone sources on at the same time. Why don't you have a focus sash, Reeves? That's silly. I've been way more active in streams lately and glad to be here with an amazing person like you. Have to right back at you, Galaxy Nations. You're an amazing person, and I'm very happy that you're hanging out with us. I did. I figured it out like a big boy. You wish you could join that club? You're in the club with me, Amber. If nothing else, you're in the club with me. Awesome people that have incredible, helpful friends. Carly May, thank you for the Kirklerks. Yes, Matt, tech is very annoying. Tech is so annoying that I don't like it. I don't want to get into a work conversation really because I hate talking about work. I genuinely hate talking about work. But I'll just give you an example of something that I hate about tech and frustrates me and makes me cranky. Is I had a situation this week where, like, long story short, I had to do something in a Facebook ad for one of the clients. And hey, Razzie, it's your song. And I couldn't figure out how to do it. And everything I looked up on the internet was no help because Facebook changes everything about their user interface every 3 days. And everything I could find, all the articles I could find on how to do exactly what I was looking for were like, anywhere from like 3 years old to 3 months old, which means that they were completely out of date and had no bearing on what I needed to do. So I finally I've recently gotten the contact information for someone in tech support at Facebook. And he has been very helpful. So I contacted him. I said, hey, I'm trying to do this thing. I don't know if this is possible. I need to do this thing. Can you help me? And he's like, yeah, no problem. Just go to this and go to this and click on this button. And then in the drop-down options, go to advanced options and blah, blah, blah. And I followed it and I was like, dude, there are no advanced options. I do not have that. I do not see that. Can you send me a screen grab of where the advanced options are so I know where to go? Because I'm following your directions and I'm not seeing the options that you're saying. And he's like, oh, well, because of privacy reasons, I can't send you any screen grabs. But it should be there. So more of the story is that thing never got done because, there is literally no one that can help. Alice, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And I found that's pretty much the case across the board. I had another one Thursday. Here's a fun one. I do Google ads for a lot of our clients, and that includes a bunch of automotive dealerships. I set up the Google search ads, so like when you're typing in like, I don't know, Toyota Camry near me, in the search results, like, the ad pops up like, hey, buy your Camry from us, blah, blah, blah. Not just car dealerships, but, those amongst others. And so I have this one that's a Ford dealer, and all week, every morning when I go in to check the results, the ads are turned off. So I turn them on, and the next day they're turned off. And I turn them on, and the next day they're turned off. And I finally figure out the issue is that Google is saying your ads are limited because there's trademarks in the search ads. The only thing I can think of is they're talking about Ford. The fact that Ford is in the search ads causes a problem. So I call the support number. They say put in your account number. I put in the account number, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we don't provide support over the phone." So I finally cave in and fill in one of these horrible forms, support forms, and I explain it. I'm like, "Look, you guys aren't letting my ads run. I think you're not letting my ads run because it says Ford in the ad. It's for a Ford dealer. I don't know what you want me to do." And a day and a half later, I get an email from them, just all boilerplate information, telling me the exact same thing it told me when I looked up help on trademarks. And so I emailed back and said, "Look, I need to talk to somebody. Somebody has to call me. You guys are not understanding what I'm saying. You're saying I can't run the ads because it says Ford in the ad. It's for a Ford dealership. I don't know what you want me to do. Call me." I haven't heard back yet. So that's how my week was. Wasn't expecting a Kabuto shiny hunt, but it's a cool fossil. It's very cool, Alice. I love KABUTOPS. I love OMASTAR. Here we go. Check. Oh, I missed it. Here's check 101 on each one of them. We've removed your ad for advertising. Basically, that's right, Alice. Horseshoe crabs. I love horseshoe crabs. Just introduced two of your close friends to your best friend, your girlfriend. You're really tired of texting. Oh my gosh. Just stop texting. Looks like it went back to 10 on KABUTOPS. All right. Thank you for that, McTelligence. So, yeah, this is obviously the first time we're hitting triple digits on the counter. So, thank you for that. That just means I got to move this over here. Hopefully that looks better on the stream now. Thank you. Oops. Oh, Keith, yeah, I can absolutely show you how to set these up. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Like once you grasp what it is you have to do, like the first couple times I tried to set up hunts like these, I did screw them up and I had to start from scratch. But once you get the like the order of operations down, they're real quick, and you can set these up in a matter of like a minute or two. What's a group of crabs called? That's a good question. Anyone know? What do you call a group of crabs? We're going to make that the trivia question for the day. First person to give us the answer gets 13 cool points. What is a group of crabs called? Democrats. Oh my goodness, big cheese. Now I'm just imagining like a room full of Bernie Sanders, like with his arms crossed. Pinchies, crusties. A group of crab is called Pain. Is that true? Nicholas joke incoming? Absolutely. I'm just waiting. Just thinking of SpongeBob, honestly. Crusties. Yep. The Krusty Krabs. Let's look it up. Maybe you just called it Pain. There's some that are really weird. Like a murder of crows. Group of crabs. Ooh, it's a consortium. A consortium is what they're called. Interesting. Honestly, you don't like this vertical streaming? I'm sorry, Mino. Good to see you, though. Egg salad for breakfast? You know, that's interesting, Razzie, because I would never think of egg salad as a breakfast food, but eggs are literally a staple of breakfast food. Yeah, I'll spell it for you, Alice. There you go. Consortium. A consortium of crabs. Me neither, but here we are. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine egg salad on toast would be like the definition of breakfast, but you would never think of it. You heard egg. You sure did hear egg. That time it didn't go up. I have no idea how many checks we've actually done because this auto counter is being very fickle today. She's a fickle mistress. Nightbot for the first time ever. You are cool. I don't know. I think Nightbot's pretty cool. Nightbot's got a good sense of humor. You're a mickle fistress. You sure are, Keith. Mickle fistress. Gonna take a break so you can munch on breakfast. Good luck on the hunts and y'all have an amazing day. Intelligence, you too. Thank you so much for being here. Always good to see you, buddy. You have something prepared for today? The Illuminated Beast, the Speed Lizard, the Cunning Reptile? No, go ahead and send it over. Nice thing about these hunts is I don't have to pay that close of attention. Oh my gosh. That's right, Alice. That's absolutely right. Good job. Why don't I have a... Ooh, look at that Mega Septile. Mino, that looks really good. Zed Games, what is up, my son? How are you? How have you been? Mega Septile's overrated, Mega Swampert is better. Why can't they both be good? I like both Mega Septile and Mega Swampert. I just wish they were, you know, separate Pokemon and not an in-battle gimmick. I low-key, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are angry at me for this. I low-key hope... Oh my goodness gracious! Zed Games flexing the 15 months of membership. It's been so long. OMG. Zed, I freaking love you. You're amazing. I hope you've been well. I also... I apologize. You know what, Zed? I do have to apologize to you. I never put two and two together. I had been seeing your messages on Discord for a while, warning everyone that you were going to change up the memberships, and I never thought about it. Like, I never thought about the ramifications, and it wasn't until like a few weeks ago I realized that because of that I was no longer a member. So I rejoined, and that's when I realized that you've been doing a lot of member streams for the Batman Arkham games, and I need to go back and watch those because I would love to watch you play the Arkham games. I hope you've been having a lot of fun with those. I know that you finished Asylum, and I think you're about done with City. Yeah. Why does Charizard get 2 megas? You know the answer to that, because Charizard. I heard you Mega Septile a few months ago, but didn't like it, so you remade it and made sure you had a reference unlike the previous time. I think it looks fantastic, Mino. You did a really good job with that. Oh yeah, so anyway, I was going to say that people would be angry about. So with this whole Legends ZA thing coming out and the return of Megas, what I would love, what would absolutely make me super happy, is if the Megas are separate Pokemon and not an in-battle gimmick. Because that has always been my issue with Megas. Don't make it so that you make this awesome looking character, this awesome looking model, and limit it to only being used within a battle. I want to just like have it as a Pokemon. I know it's not going to happen, but I would love that if they just straight up made them separate Pokemon. You got a shiny Joltik on Violet. Congratulations, my Munchkin. That was a bit of a tricky one to see, for me at least. That was not a fun hunt for me. Mega Raichu? It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if they do end up doing a Mega Raichu. I know a lot of people have been talking about how excited they are for certain Megas to come back. But I have a feeling, I could totally be wrong. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some new Megas too. And what's interesting is, I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just coincidental. Maybe it's just been the streams I've been in. Whenever we talk about this, and people talk about new Megas, it seems like people only ever talk about new Megas from Gens 1 through 6. I think it would be neat if they have new Megas from Gens 7, 8, and 9 as well. Trevor, what is going on? Thank you for the 9 months of membership. Let's get some hype. Thank you so much, my friend. And Kieran, you got the Kyurem. Congratulations, Kieran. That's amazing. Good job. I know you were getting really frustrated with that one. Congratulations, buddy. And thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. What a great way to start the weekend. So yeah, Zed, I gotta go back and watch you play those Arkham games, because I have a feeling, just knowing you, as I've gotten to know you over the past almost 2 years, I have a feeling I know exactly how those streams are going to go. It's going to start off with you getting your butt absolutely spanked nonstop for like the first hour, hour and a half, and you just having this kind of like, amused, embarrassed, like grin and laugh going on. And then by the end, you're just kicking absolute booty just across the board. That's how I imagine the Arkham games are going. Yeah, Flygon does need a Mega. Apparently they were going to make Flygon a Mega, but they couldn't think of a good design for it. I don't know. I mean, I've seen that like in multiple places. I don't know if that's true, or if it's just like an urban legend. But yeah, I think Flygon definitely needs a Mega. No, he never got good. He never got good. Aw, poor guy. Imagine if you were able to ride your Mega Pokemon like in Pokemon Let's Go. That'd be pretty cool. Reeves, take care, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you here, man. I'm sorry I keep focusing on another streamer's member streams in this conversation, but I'm just genuinely curious. Zed, how far are you into Arkham City? You're in a Discord call and watching this at the same time. Nice. I sub. Ari, thank you so much for the sub, bringing us to 1,595 subscribers. I appreciate you. Alice, I think you should design a Mega Flygon. Because I want to tell a story about the first time I played Arkham City, but I don't want to tell it if it's going to be a spoiler for Zed. It's like the greatest game ever. It's one of absolutely the best, Razzie. Okay, you just passed Rachel Ghoul. All right, so this definitely won't be a spoiler. So Zed, you know the part where you go to the museum for the first time, and Penguin's taken over, and he's got Mr. Freeze's gun, and the main room in the museum, which was a shark tank, is like completely frozen over. So I've always had this weird, like very, very weird phobia. It's like such a bizarre and specific phobia. Um, like I don't care about like water and like oceans or rivers or lakes or things like that. I'm fine with that. But water in video games really bothers me. If it's like an underwater level, like think of like Super Mario 64 where you can swim underwater, that's not a big deal for me. It's the water in the video games where you can't go underwater. That you have no idea what's going on down there. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see where this is going, Zeb. So that's like I even going back to like I think it was like 1993. I had Jurassic Park the game on the Game Boy, and there's this level where you're doing like these river rapids, and brontosaurus heads come up out of the water. They don't even bother you. They're just like an obstacle you got to go around. Like they don't hurt you or anything. They're not mean. It's just it's just you gotta like put the raft around the brontosaurus head. Freaked me out when those brontosaurus heads started coming up out of the water in an 8-bit black and white game on the Game Boy. Anyway, so I get to that area in Arkham City. My roommate's sitting there because he likes to watch me play video games. And I know there's a shark underneath that water. And I am not liking where this game is going. And I start walking across the ice. And I can tell because it's got that little ticker that I got to walk really slowly. Because if I start walking fast, it's going to be too much sound or whatever. The ice is going to break. And I am hating this. I am hating every second of this. I am sweating. I am full on sweating because I'm just in a miserable position. And I'm doing pretty good. But what I don't realize is, however well you do in that section, there's still going to be the cutscene. And I get to the cutscene, and the shark jumps up out of the ice and grabs me. I scream. I literally scream and throw my PS4 controller, or PS3 controller, whatever it was. I scream and throw the controller. My roommate is laughing at me. I can't even look at the screen. I am petrified. Thankfully, like, it's just like caught in like a QuickTime event. I didn't like die or anything. Eventually, I calmed down enough to grab the controller again and just start punching the shark in the head. But I hate that. I played through that game probably half a dozen times. I still get PTSD when I get to that part. And that is my Arkham City story. You've been playing Animal Crossing, Alice? Nice. You love dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are pretty cool. Are there any dinosaur characters in Animal Crossing? I'm sure we have plenty of people here that know the answer to that question, but I don't. And then, like, I'm reading online, people are like, oh, there's a jump scare in every Arkham game. In the first one, there was the jump scare with Killer Croc in the sewers. That didn't bother me. I didn't jump. That was no big deal. But the freaking shark. No, just the fossils. Okay, alright. You do have dragons. Alistor, what's going on? So, as I said earlier, we're probably going to be doing these soft reset hunts, these dual hunts for a while. You know, it's probably going to be a little bit of a series. Going to be doing them off and on. And I have a few more in mind right now for things I need in Premier Balls. I don't want to say what they are yet. But what are some other good matchups you guys can think of? What would be a good matchup like the OMASTAR versus KABUTOPS in a one-on-one fight? What are some other matchups you guys can think of? You have had one villager named Draco. Okay. You have one villager named Draco. I just read that. I lost it. You have the yellow frog. Nice. No, you are not able to camp reset this area. That's a very good question, but these are one-a-day spawns. So if I'll show you. If I go in here, because I actually don't 100% know the answer to this question, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So if I go in here and if I run from the battle, Ducklet versus Psyduck, Tyrant versus Amora, that would be a good one. I love an Animal Crossing game to have dinosaur villagers one game, like a prequel game. That'd be a good one. And then if I go to camp, Lunatone versus Solrock, that'd be a good one. And then I leave camp. Yeah, see, they're no longer there. It's a once a day spawn. It's a good question though, Ari. I'm glad you asked because I was pretty sure, but I wasn't 100%. That was the best McDonald's experience you ever ordered. Breakfast on your new phone and while blazing fast. Nice. I'm happy for you, JJ. Terra Mars gal, what's going on? It's day's going fantastic so far for me. Absolutely. How about you? Seviper versus Angoose. Nice. Food was very fresh. Good. I heard Hefty say something about Ark. What about Ark? I don't think I said Ark. If I did say Ark, I didn't mean to. Able to do this with Melodic in the water. If yeah, you should be able to do this with anything that's a wanderer. Anything that's a once a day wanderer, you should be able to do this. I even did this with what was it? There's something I did this with. I wasn't sure if it counted or not. Oh, it was one of the Shuckles. I wasn't sure if one of the Shuckles in the Crown Tundra would count, but apparently it did. Lapras versus Mantine, that'd be a good one. Yeah, basically anything that doesn't like appear in the grass, anything that is, you know, a one-off wanderer, you're able to do this with. Gonna have a boozy brunch with a friend for her birthday today. Nice. That sounds like a good time. Do you know if this is actually real on them? Yes, I do. I do, Ari. I've been doing these soft reset hunts for the last week. I've been having a lot of fun. That's kind of why I wanted to bring this to the channel. Started this last Sunday. I got Tyrantrum. I was dual hunting it like I am here with the two switches, but I got Tyrantrum like 20 resets. I got Licky Licky, Tangrowth, Shuckle, Diggersby, Drudagon, and I swear there's another one I'm forgetting. Oh, Archon. That's the one I keep forgetting. I got an Archon. That's the one I keep forgetting. That's another one. That's the one I wasn't sure was going to work. You guys know in Crown Tundra, in the Giant's Foot, which is where actually Omanite and Kabuto, you know, they spawn in the river there. And there's always one Archon on either side of the river. I wasn't sure if it would work for those, but it did. I always wanted to do this with Roselia in the Dapple Grove base game, but it was the same role. Ari, let's talk about that later because I could be totally wrong, but there might be a situation where perhaps you didn't have it set up correctly. Because like the trick to this is you need to basically save and reset the game just prior to the spawn showing up. If the spawn has already shown up, then it will be the same on every reset. So like if I like saw the Kabutops, and I'm not saying this is what you did, but this is more like for everybody. If I saw the Kabutops and then saved and then reset the game, it would always be the same Kabutops. But by doing this method, you're actually able to save just prior to the Pokemon spawning. So every time you reset the game, it spawns a new Pokemon. We can talk about area. I mean, I could not be seeing the full picture. I can't think of the specific Roselia and the Dapple Grove that you're talking about. So I could just be full of, you know, garbo. But I will look into that for you and see if there is a way to do it. Because I want you to be happy and get the shiny Roselia. Yeah, there's like a whole thing. I'm sure you know this area because you've been doing this, but for anybody else that wants to know, it's a whole thing about you have to. Um, there's kind of like I mean I guess it's considered a glitch. Uh, what you have to do basically is you have to encounter the Pokemon that you want to hunt. Um, remember exactly where it spawned. Then you go to a Dynamax lair. You throw in a wishing piece if it's not already activated. You you go into the lair. While you're not connected to the internet, you say look for other people, and while it's looking for other people, then you get out of the game, change the date on your Switch, go back into the game, get out of the Dynamax layer, go back to exactly where that Pokemon did spawn, save the game, restart the game, and when you restart the game, that Pokemon will spawn. Oh, you don't want any more as for a Raz Race? Ah, gotcha. So, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So you just don't care about the shiny anymore. I get you. Go Looper, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, if we get a shiny on today's stream, I'll actually show you exactly how to set it up because I'll have to set it up for the next hunt anyway. Chem Nation, good morning, good to see you. Yeah, Johnny, yeah. So the way I do it, like specifically the way I do it is like after I've encountered the Pokemon, Johnny's absolutely right as always. Good morning, Johnny, or I guess good afternoon. After you've encountered the Pokemon, and so that spawn is gone. What I do is as soon as I run from that battle, what I do is I change the date on my Switch, right? So like today's the 13th. So like I would have encountered the Kabutops, run from that battle, gone back out onto the Switch, changed the date to the 12th. Then I would go to the Dynamax lair, throw in the wishing piece, go in, have it offline, have it search for other players, go back out, change it back to the 13th, go into the game, get out of the Dynamax layer, go back to where the Pokemon spawn, save it, reset. Just because I am super anal about catching the Pokemon, or having the catch date of the Pokemon be the actual date. Day's been fantastic so far, Johnny. How about you? What I use for auto counter, Kim, I'm having mixed results. So last night I had it set up and it was working perfectly fine with using the Game Freak. See, just there, it didn't work. Using the Game Freak logo when you restart the game. That worked last night. Several tries, not an issue. This morning I went to do it, tested it out a couple times before stream, wasn't working. So I ended up doing a screen grab of the opening screen when it shows the stadium, like all the the pink and the blue. I'll show you right here. We'll see if it works. On the top switch, this screen. And you can see that time it did not work. It seems to be about 50-50. Honestly, I don't know if we've done 129 checks. It could be up to like 140, 145 as far as I know. So I think I'm just going to say screw it for tomorrow, Cam, and just do it old school and just attach the counter to a hotkey. Day off of work, can't complain. Nice. You finished the museum in Animal Crossing? That's amazing. That is impressive. Yeah, exactly, Ken. That's what I did. I did the presented by Game Freak, and that worked fine last night. But today it didn't. You do the count on the counter. Auto counter, I hardly know why it wouldn't be working. Sometimes I have to do alternate murder Masuda soft reset at random. Oh my gosh, I wonder. I don't know how. You know what, Shinies? I didn't think about that. That might be it. I have it set to murder method. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to end the counter and then reopen it. If that's it, shinies, I'm going to be blown away. Give me one sec, guys. I'm gonna be so angry if Nick's right. Animal Crossing New Horizons is the first game you've completed the museum, bugs, fish, fossils, and art. That's awesome. I didn't resize any of the windows. I have resized the windows. I didn't know that was a thing. Good point. Good point. And that did not go up, by the way. So many smart people in this chat. It's insane. You can't resize the windows for the auto capture. Okay, well then that would probably explain it. Interesting though that it picks up sometimes and not others. All right, so then hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna have to do a new screen grab here. We're gonna do it on the Game Freak. There we go. Let's grab that. We're going to up the counter here. Then we're going to end this hunt. Path to image. No shiny. Wouldn't that be funny if after all this, that one was shiny? All right, grab that. Grab that. Soft reset, projector Elgato, start hunt. Okay, let's see if it works now. God, you love troubleshooting. I'm happy you do, shinies. I hate it, but I'm very lucky that you love it. Wild World New Leaf and never completed the museum. Well, Alice, I'm very proud of you that you finished this one. Amber, thank you for the Kirk lurks. That went up, didn't it? I think that went up. God, you guys are brilliant. Zed, thank you for the Kirk lurks. Larry, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we've gotten some new people in the chats recently. So in case anyone is wondering what the heck's going on, why is this not Tapu Lele? I was burnt out on Lele. Honestly, I was not having fun anymore, and there were times. Yeah, kind of went up. There were times when I was streaming the Lele hunts that all I was thinking about is I can't wait till the stream's over so I can go hunt things I want to, which is a terrible mindset to be in as a streamer. So I had a couple of heart-to-hearts this week with a couple of good friends, and basically they told me something that I should know in the first place was, hey dummy, why don't you just stream what you want to? So I did have a sense of obligation of finishing the Lele hunt, and eventually we will, but you know what? I want to do something that I enjoy. I think that makes the stream more enjoyable for the audience. So yeah, so that's why we're doing this. Larry Larvesta with the 8 months of membership. It's almost here. Just a couple weeks until that member baby. Good to see you, Larry. Dum Dum Stream Fun Fun. That's a sentence, I suppose. BRB. Give the doggos a big hug for me, Ari. Counter goes up. It's working like a charm now. Shinies and Chem, thank you guys so much. Absolute lifesavers. I didn't realize you couldn't resize the screen afterwards. Cause yeah, like I did the screenshot from the projector, and then on my monitor here, I got three projectors going right now. Over on the right, I have the projector of the stream. And then over here on the left, on the top half, I have the top switch. Bottom half, I have the bottom switch. So I resized the I resized the screens after I did that screenshot. Shinies. Okay, well, Chem, I'm going to give you credit for the auto counter, but I would be remiss to not give Shinies a lot of credit for helping set up the stream with me. We did some troubleshooting last night and this morning. Plus, he did design the overlay and the thumbnail. So if this overlay looks familiar, if you think you're in a Shinies stream right now because of this overlay, basically it's because you are. Chem, you sound surprised. After this, I have some stuff to chat with you, but you're crushing it. You know, it's always funny when I get messages like that from Shinies. Like, I sent him an image of the overlay yesterday once I got everything set up, and he's like, that looks fantastic, man. Great job. A few notes, and then I had to spend the next half hour making all these changes for him. So I'm a little nervous about whatever chat we're gonna have later. You knew Shiny designed the overlay and thumbnail because they were practically identical to yours. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely identical to yours, Cam. Cam, remember when you did that whole boxing theme on your channel last year? Streamed for 3 years. Me, Alice? Actually, on Tuesday, it's going to be my 2-year streaming anniversary. Tuesday the 16th will be 2 years since my first stream. Started April 16th, 2022. Feels like you stream forever. Sometimes it does feel that way, Alice. Feels like I've known you for a very, very long time. Alice, I still remember meeting you in ChemNation stream. Probably would have been late fall of 2021. It's wild how fast time goes by. I'm so happy I don't have to worry about the counter anymore. Oh, it's getting windy outside. Weather has been nuts this week. The wind yesterday actually blew a piece of siding off of my carport, which is annoying. I don't know how I'm going to get that put back on, just myself and my ladder, which I can barely reach up to where it came from. So what time does the Mega Heracross raids start today? Is that like a community day? Does that usually run from 2 to 5, or what time is that? Alice, I'm doing very well. How are you doing? 2 to 5, and then till the 25th. Okay. All the way through the 25th. Wow. Thanks, Mighty Munchkin. Yeah, I have to unconnect this secondary switch to my account. This having to wait to see if the game can be played is slowing things down so much. Please don't get up on a ladder without some supervision. I try not to, Cheese. So you got your McDonald's on your blazing fast new 5G phone, which is bing bang bang, and you told the guy for JJ and said, okay, that will be, and shockingly said, oh, you already paid. Nice. Am I a fan of Conan O'Brien? I think he's a funny guy. I think the best years of The Simpsons was when he was in the writer's room. Give you your food, fresh and delicious, and I said, have a good day, sir. And you thought, that's right. I'm now, sir. Nice. I'm glad you ordered McDonald's breakfast and enjoyed it. Should watch his interview on Hot Ones. It was a fever dream. Is that the one where they eat the wings? I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like watching people eat. I don't like people watching me eat. Actually surprised me. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Shinies. I mean, I like the concept. I think let me get this straight. I think it's a hilarious concept. I think the concept of interviewing a celebrity while they're trying not to explode from the hotness of the hot sauce, I actually think it's really funny, and like, you know, it's interesting to see how they react. I just have a thing against watching people eat, and with something like that, like there's so much focus on them, you know, trying to gobble down these hot wings, and then, you know, they got stuff sticking out of their mouth, and they got sauce dripping from their face. And if it was an audio thing, like if I could listen. How about this, Chinese? I will listen to the Hot Ones interview. Pokemon Sleep's your new addiction. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What's your milestone? You are at over a year now, Alice. That purple Poliwhirl means that you've been a member for more than a year. And I really appreciate that. Your slumber style, which is basically deep sleep. Okay. Well, Shinies, that's different. That's different. If I'm having dinner with someone, it's different because I am focusing on my food and they are focusing on their food. Like I'll give you for example. I'll give you a for instance. At work, I usually just have lunch in my office and eat lunch while I watch streamers. And, you know, plus I just like to be left alone, like, always. And sometimes during lunch, one of the other guys that stays in the office, our accountant, he'll pop into my office just to sit down and chit-chat, you know, just have a little conversation. Well, I'm eating, and he's not. He's just sitting there talking to me while I'm trying to eat food, so I just stop eating. And it annoys me. Like, can you please leave? I want to eat my food, but I just won't eat if he's just sitting there looking at me. You're out with 6 people at a buffet. People are conversing between plates. Are you silent during said time? I'm not much of a talker, honestly. Believe it or I mean, I'd imagine that might be a little surprising, given that really the only time you guys ever see me is when I'm streaming, and I am the only one talking. But I'm not really much of a social talker. You can ask like Clocky or Amber or Dorian. Like when I went out to visit all of them, like we went out to eat and stuff, and like if I was if they like if I was asked something or if something was directed towards me, I would talk, but I don't really like carry a conversation. I'm more of a listener. Like I'm a listener, and every once in a while, if I feel like I got something worth saying, I'll pipe in and say something. Thank you for the Kirkworks, Matt. You're out with 7 people, 2 have acute dwarfism, and you're seeing a local high school's production of Hamilton. During the middle of Act 2, you decide you need a hot dog, so you... I'm waiting for the next message. You're a big asker? You and I would work out very well together then, Harry. You would ask, and I would answer. Get up and go to the concessions, but when you're there, there's a massive line. We're about to get the reprise of your second favorite song, so now you have a choice to make. I completely understand what Chem Nation has to go through every weekday. One, you wait in line and risk missing your second favorite reprise, or 2, you go to the boys' bathroom on the 3rd floor where you know Don Quixote is selling street dogs off the books. Don Quixote. Wow. I mean, I think we've all been there, Shinies. I think every single one of us has been in that exact same position at some point in our lives. I think I wait in line. You'd be fortunate if you were only in that position once. It's happened to you multiple times then? These are rehunts and Premier Balls, exactly, Shinies. I do have a shiny KABUTOPS and a shiny OMASTAR currently in home, but they are not in Premier Balls. I had been shiny hunting for probably about close to a year before I decided that Premier Ball was the way for me to go. That's what I wanted to do, and after that point, everything I caught was in Premier Balls. But there were quite a few Pokemon within that first year that I caught that were not in Premier Balls. So these, which were rough, long hunts for me in the first place, in Sword and Shield, in the Giant's Foot, they took forever. And then when I finally got them, I think I got them in like dive balls or something, which I'm still kicking myself in the butt over. So yeah, like all the hunts I'm doing off stream right now are basically rehunts for Premier Ball Pokemon. But we're getting close. I think I'm under 150 now. Under 150 of things I need to rehunt Premier Balls. Actually, you know what? I keep meaning to do this and I keep forgetting. Give me 1 second. We need to make a new command. Give me 1 second, chat. Crap. You know what? I just realized it's not going to be able to work on, it's not going to be able to work in Shorts if you're on mobile because you can't click on links in mobile Shorts. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now while I'm thinking about it. I did on PokédexTracker.com set up a new Shiny Living Dex solely for Premier Balls. Most people focus on the word tops and KABUTOPS, but it's actually kabut they should be focusing on, which is the Japanese word for scythe. And everyone thinks OMASTAR, thinks star, but it's actually Oma, which is this German slang term for grandmother. Are we ending? We are not ending. We are not ending. I just wanted to do something real quick. Adcom/Premier Dex. Is that how you spell Premier? Yes. All right. So if you're on desktop, that link should work for you. If you're on mobile, unfortunately, it will not. But here is my current Shiny Living Dex of everything I have in Premier Balls. It says 169 to go, but I think like maybe a dozen of those are Gigantamax forms, which I don't count. I should just mark them off. Now we'll be live for probably about another hour or so. See if we can take this up to maybe like 250, 500 total encounters. Probably more than that, but that tracker, the auto counter was not working right for quite a while until ChemNation and solely ChemNation helped me out. So we might be able to, I don't know if we'll get to odds tomorrow, but we're going to shoot for it. We're going to see if we can get to a total of 1365 tomorrow if we don't get the shiny. Which would be 638 encounters a piece. Also, now granted, at home I've been spending a lot more time on these soft reset hunts, but I've also been working on a couple of SOS hunts in Gen 7 that are both at about a week now. I haven't put as much time into them as I have the soft reset hunts, but I'm hoping I can end those today. Currently going for a shiny Drampa in Ultra Moon and a shiny Turtonator in Ultra Sun. I'm over odds on both of them for certain. But I'm hoping I'll be able to finish those today. Because those will be the last two Call Rate 3 Pokemon I need from the SOS hunts, other than Kangaskhan. And speaking of which, I don't know if Amber is still out there lurking. You and I need to talk about that. I challenged Amber to a gentleman/gentlewoman race for the shiny Kangaskhan using this method. So we need to figure out when we're going to do that. But yeah, once I get Turtonator and Druddigon, or Turtonator and Drampa, I'm basically done with Gen 7. So I got some Friend Safari stuff to do in Gen 6, but I'm closing in on no longer needing to hunt anything on the 3DS. But now that, thanks to my good friend Big Cheese, now that I do have a copy of White 2, which means I have Black 2 and White 2 now, I have been debating the idea of playing through it and using both games and 2 systems, trying to get the shiny charm, which I've never had in Gen 5, and maybe doing a hunt in Gen 5 just for the fun of it. There's a few Gen 5 Pokemon I still need to get in Premier Balls. Yamask, Maractus, Darumaka, Darmanitan, or no, just Darumaka. I have a Darmanitan, but Darumaka. So maybe I would. I think it would be neat to hunt for one of those in Gen 5. You back? Welcome back, Ari. I mean, I probably wouldn't do a bunch. I'd probably just do like one, just because it would still be pretty high odds. You ate a pear with the hearts blocking it. I'm going to say it says tacos. You ate a pear with tacos for breakfast. Oh, tagine. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you to the 11 people that are hanging out here. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. Tacos, totally that. Exactly. Good old pear tacos. Tahine. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ari. Ari, you always teach me so many things. Tahine. You are making me a more well-rounded person. Spicy, sour, salty powder mix. Okay. 707 calorie breakfast. Okay. Aw, shucks. It's true, Ari. You've taught me so much. I had a feeling, JJ. You're definitely getting your money's worth with all those phone apps. You love putting tahini on fruit. It enhances the flavor and sweetness. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get to 250 today. Let's shoot for that. Let's shoot for 250 checks on each of these Pokemon today. I think that'll be a good one. Ah, crap. I didn't realize the bottom one was still checking to see if the software could be played. It's so annoying checking to see if the software can be played. Because now I gotta wait for it. Okay, there we go. Shiny time! I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, I got a few more of these bouts set up. I mean, here's what I'm thinking about doing. Let me know what you guys think of this. So, obviously, right now, I'm going for KABUTOPS and OMASTAR. Unless I am like the luckiest boy in the whole wide world, one of them is going to shine before the other. So, like, let's say, hypothetically, KABUTOPS shines first, OMASTAR does not. The next stream, I would do another matchup, and I have a few more of those in mind. Eventually, I'm going to go through all the matchups, and then I'm thinking about having like a loser's bracket. You know, kind of like, you know, a bracket, right? So, like, let's say, I'm just making up things. Like, let's say the next hunt is Amora versus Tyrant. and the Amora shines first and Tyrant doesn't. When we get to the loser's bracket, I would do Tyrant versus OMASTAR, and see which one of those shines first, because I'm still going to need it to shine eventually. I think that might be kind of fun. So, like, whichever one does not shine in this head-to-head matchup would go against whichever one does not shine in the next head-to-head matchup. I think that'd be neat. Thank you guys for the 38 likes. I appreciate that. Think that's interesting, Ari? Yeah, I mean, because eventually I'm going to have to get them, right? So I thought that might be kind of fun. Just whichever ones don't shine, will end up pitting against each other. And if people do like this, if this is fun, I mean, I have a limited number of these hunts that I have to do for the Premier decks. But if people do enjoy this, we might just, make this like a continuous thing. I got no problem re-hunting for things that I already have. If you guys think that would be fun, because I like soft reset hunts, and there's always a chance of like getting one with a mark or getting one with better stats. Out of the, I think 7 that I've gotten this week, 3 of them did have marks. Archon the Peckish. I think Diggersby had a mark. I think that was the one. It had the cloudy mark. So that's pretty neat. It's fun. Like, back when Sword and Shield was out, I didn't think much of marks. And if there's one thing I think we can all agree on when it comes to Scarlet and Violet, is that mark hunting is definitely a thing now because of Scarlet and Violet. So it's been kind of neat going back to an older game and being like, oh, look at that. This one has a mark. Coin your shine says a mark. Nice. I know from Sword and Shield, I got a lot of shinies in Sword and Shield. I think only maybe a few of them, maybe like 3 or 4 had a mark. And I know at least one of them was an uncommon, of course. That's great, JJ. I'm happy. I'm happy you're happy with your watch and your phone and how they're working together. That's neat. Like, Ari, what would you think if I did a head-to-head Grimmsnarl versus Hatterene? I'm feeling you would like that one. You love your opposite babies. And that's what I kind of want to do with this. That's why, obviously, I'm doing KABUTOPS and OMASTAR, is that they are kind of like opposites, right? I have a few more opposites set up. Unfortunately, I don't have that many opposites that I need to do set up, so there will be a couple of matchups that are a little more themed than opposite. Like, I'll tell you guys right now, I'll give you a sneak preview of one of them. I need to get a Swoobat and an Aerodactyl in Premier Balls. Swoobat and Aerodactyl really have nothing in common other than the fact that they're both flying. And the flying, because I was playing around with it earlier this week, the flying spawns are a little bit more difficult because unless I'm totally missing something, there's no way to set it up like this, where as soon as you turn the game on, the Pokemon spawns underneath you. So, like, it spawns in the air and it flies down to you. So, just in the interest of having the two hunts match up as best as possible, I figure it makes sense to do those two together because both of them are going to be delayed a couple seconds per check. Like if I had one that was like, popping up right away like these two are, and the other one I had to wait 2 seconds for it to fly down, run into me, that would be a nightmare to try and coordinate. So those two I'm going to put together just because they're both flying. And eventually we're going to get to a point where I don't have two I need to hunt. I have one that I need to hunt. At that point, we'll just dual hunt that. Like, if it's Aerodactyl, I'll just be hunting for Aerodactyl on both systems. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm having a good time. Like I said, I enjoy doing these hunts. I'm actually sitting here thinking like, oh man, what am I gonna do for the rest of the day if I can't hunt this? But I think I'm just gonna focus on the 3DS games. I'm gonna focus on the Gen 7 games, see if I can get those two SOS hunts finished off. Yeah, last loser, just gonna be a big loser. We're gonna give it a dunce camp, and then we're gonna dual hunt it. Maybe we'll actually do that area. Maybe like with the model on the overlay, we'll just put like a big L on its head. Make it feel bad. You like that unless it's Pokemon you like? I'm thinking of what all the different options are. Honestly, of the Pokemon that are on the list, I don't know how you feel about them. I don't think I've ever actually heard you talk specifically about any of them. I know you adore Grimmsnarl and Hatterene, and that one area, I don't need either one of those in Premier Balls, but that one I genuinely would do specifically for you. Plus, I think it would just be a fun head-to-head matchup. I had you up on the TV all morning getting some things done. I appreciate you, Keith. You're amazing. Ooh, oh my goodness, Alistair, you scared me. You scared me. My little heart. Although, both of those I do have in Premier Balls from Scarlet and Violet, the Grimmsnarl and the Hatterene. So it would be kind of nice anyway to get them from Gen 8. Another thing I got to do, and I don't know when we're going to do it. I don't know the best way to do it. It'd be fun to see me play Ark. I've heard it's a really good game. What little I do know about it, I'll be honest, it doesn't seem like my usual type of game. But that doesn't mean, never. I would just have to look into it some more. But something else I got to do, I just don't know when to do it, how best to set it up is, I now have, guys, I now have my Shiny Living decks completely sorted and organized in home. Finally. all sorted by national dex number, forms sorted, Vivian sorted, Alchemy sorted, the Floette lines sorted, unknowns sorted, gender differences sorted, Rotoms sorted, everything's sorted, all the shinies are sorted, and here's why I bring it up. I have approximately 26 boxes of shinies. That are extras that I need to give away. Because they're just taking up room in my home. I gotta get them out. I need to find good homes for them. So I gotta do that at some point. What makes it tricky is because of, you know, Dexit, because there's no longer a national dex in any of the Switch games, is there's going to be a lot of going back and forth because I got extra shinies I need to get rid of that are only in Scarlet and Violet, or not in Scarlet and Violet, or only in BDSP, or not in BDSP, or only in Sword and Shield, or not in Sword and Shield. So that's going to be a nightmare to try and organize as far as a stream of giving away shinies and trying to figure out, okay, well, these ones I'm going to trade in this game, these ones I'm going to trade in this game. These ones I can trade in either this game or this game. Well, which one should I do? Will there be more people in the chat with Scarlet and Violet? Will there be more people in the chat with Sword and Shield? So that's going to be a little bit rough. When ZA comes out, we're going to do a Furfrou Bonanza Extravaganza. We're going to hunt. You're going to shunt a Furfrou for each form. I love that area. Yeah, I want to say it's like 26 boxes. It's most of a screen of 30 because the first couple boxes is still like some forms. And then all the rest are the extras. You'll love that puppy. It's a good puppy. All right, here we go. Check 200 on each of them. Let's see if one of these is going to be shiny. 400 checks total. We're almost a third of the way to odds. Pleasure, girlfriend, wolf. Nice. Shiny Hunter Furfrou and Ultra Moon, and it was rough. Yeah, that's a call rate of 6. Those aren't the easiest, or I shouldn't say easiest. Those aren't the quickest hunts, especially if it was in Moon as opposed to Ultra Moon, because the shiny odds in Moon weren't as good as the shiny odds in Ultra Moon when it came to SOS hunts. So yeah, that's a rough one. Your green gang for life. Let's see, we got 51% of the chat saying Lord Helix is going to shine first. 47 votes total. 38 likes. Just saying. Yeah, Ari, actually, I didn't realize it either until Chem started getting into SOS hunts. Because I mostly hunted on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon anyway. Those games were already out when I started seriously shiny hunting. I only went back to Sun and Moon to do a few particular hunts, like Alolan Geodude, Bound Sweet, Sandile, because there's a handful of Pokemon like base forms that are in Sun and Moon that aren't in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But it wasn't until Kemp started looking into it, and he mentioned a couple things. I went back and looked. With Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you get the best odds after a chain of 31. In Sun and Moon, I want to say it's after a chain of like 75 or 76. So there's that. And then also in Sun and Moon, the chain resets at 255. So in other words, if you don't get it within the first 255 encounters at the best odds, check 256, the odds resets as if it's like a chain of 1. Like goal 60. Thank you. I'm not sure if we're gonna hit that, but you know what? We don't know unless we try, right? Thank you so much, Alistor. That's dumb and lame. Yeah, I mean, it is. Well, I figure that's why they changed it for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But yeah, the chain would reset after 255. So basically, if you didn't get it by 255, statistically, the odds are not very good that you would get it all the way until like 350. You'd have like almost 100 encounters of like, well, I'm probably not going to get this. Oh, that's true. It's a Loke goal. That's true. It's not like goal of 60. It's a Loke goal. So I think that does make it more doable. I never gotten that high for an SOS count. You never counted. If you haven't, you're very fortunate, Ari. I've definitely gone several hundred checks for an SOS hunt before. I know poor Chem was doing a picky peck, which is like one of the easiest SOS hunts. Super easy. So simple. And like I've gotten it in just like a handful of checks, I know. Shiny's got one in under 10. Chem himself got one around 10. He went 1600. Oh, Ark's on the Switch? Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm not making any promises, but I will say I'll look into it. Probably can't join if it's a member stream. Well, you are a member. You are a member. Underestimate your suffering? That's true. You do. You do. I'm sorry if everything just shook. My ankle was itchy, so I lifted up my leg a little bit, and my knee hit the desk. Membership's gone in 3 days. Ah, gotcha. Shinies, I don't know if you're lurking out there, or if you're doing other stuff, but I'll say this. I'm having a fun time streaming today, but there is a morbid Schadenfreude type of aspect to my personality that kind of thinks that this series that we're doing right now is going to prove a once and for all what I've been thinking about. Things not being equal. And random. Like, there's a part of me that, like, hopes that it continues to do what it's doing. Here we go, check 210. That's a total of 420, by the way. I'm an interesting one. You are too, Ari. Ari, I don't know if you were able to break that that highly encrypted code with what I just said, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Or 20 was not shiny. Shame. It's such a bad mindset. I admit that. It's such an unhealthy mindset. But does anyone else ever feel that way? Like, when something is wrong, or something isn't working correctly, or something is broken, and you have good friends that bend over backwards to try and help you with that situation. And despite all the help they're able to give you, and as appreciated as it is, it doesn't work. And there's a tiny bit of you that has a sense of like smug self-satisfaction of like, I told you. I told you it was screwed up. It's so unhealthy, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have that. Like, constantly. There are times where I'd rather be proven correct that something is unsalvageable than to have it fixed. That's so unhealthy. You know if you've ever thought about it, you probably haven't, Ari, because you're a normal human being. There are worse things. Oh, there's totally worse things. And that doesn't make it any less unhealthy. That's like robbing a bank, getting arrested, and telling the judge, like, well, I could have murdered somebody, but I didn't. Yeah, you still robbed a bank though. Trout and maple baked beans, very nice. You have meltdowns like Kid where you cannot for the life of me figure out why something isn't working and Ricky is constantly solving those issues correctly. Okay, so you're put into the same position of what I'm talking about, Ari. I guess here's the difference between you and I. Like a normal person, Ari, when those situations arise and Ricky fixes it for you, you're very gracious and thankful and happy that Ricky fixed it for you. For me, if that were to happen, I'd be very grateful and thankful and everything for Ricky too, but there would be a little bit in the back of my head that I'd be thinking, dang it, I wish that didn't work for him, just so I could be like, I told you that wouldn't work. Just a little bit in the back of the head of like, I hope you can't solve it either. It's totally my ego. I just don't want to admit that someone knows something better than I do, or has a better idea than I do. But it's like I want them to say, you know what, Hefty, you're right. There's nothing that can be done about this. No, that's not healthy. Anyway, just a little sneak peek into my warped mind. I feel dumb if the answer is simple. I get that. And it's, Ari, it's hard sometimes to remind yourself that just because you don't know something that someone else knows, that has no reflection on your intelligence. It just means that you haven't had that experience, or that you haven't had to deal with that before. But it's very simple to just be like, oh my gosh, I feel stupid for not knowing that. But if you've never dealt with that before, how would you know it, right? Like, I think there's a difference between like intuition and intelligence and experience. Like, modesty aside, I consider myself to be a somewhat intelligent person. And there's a lot of things that I can intuitively have an idea of what to do. But sometimes experience trumps all that, right? Like, I could have an idea that something might be possible, but without that experience, I wouldn't know how to accomplish it. Hefty Mom, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hope yoga was good. We're trying something a little bit different today, Hefty Mom. We got 2 fossil Pokemon from the Ancient Age. One is based off of a horseshoe crab. The other one is based off of I don't know, shell slug thing. And we're going to see which one shines first. What is OMASTAR anyway? Like, what is it a mollusk? What is OMASTAR? Nautilus. You know what, Ari? I think you're absolutely right. It's a Nautilus. You're 100% right. Trilobite? Nautilus and Trilobite? Ron, I think you might be right too. I think it's based off of a couple different things. Also, Ron, hope you're doing well. You've been characteristically quiet. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm glad to hear that. Keith, you are a naughty less. And Keith, congratulations again, buddy. Congratulations on the 500 subs. Absolutely crushing it. Just like how Ron's been crushing it on the Masuda hunts still. Ron no longer sends me a picture of a shiny that he hatched. Ron now sends me pictures of the shinies he hatched. I can't remember the last time I got a one-off from him. It's been like 3 or 4 every time. Sitting up here in your tree, watching from afar. Nice. Cephalod mollusk sea creature. I think you might be right. What am I going after today? Hefty Mom, I am going after 2 fossil Pokemon from ancient times. One is kind of based off of a horseshoe crab. The other one is based off of some sort of trilobite cephalopod thing. Matt, thank you for the lurks. Tyler, thank you for the lurks. And thank you guys for the 40 likes. Last few days, you've been struggling to drink the daily recommended amount of water. I'll admit, I don't drink as much water as is recommended on a daily basis. I just don't. But I know, Ari, in your particular case, that's a pretty important thing. So I'm sorry you're struggling. I hope that gets turned around. Hefty Mom, thank you for the luck. All right, guys, we're going to take this to 250 on each of them. It's going to be 500 total encounters. Actually, it's going to be more than that because the counter wasn't working very well for the first hour and a half or so. But we'll pick this up again tomorrow if we don't get the shiny in the next 22 resets. I think it's going to be a great day today. At least for me. I hope it's a great day for everyone else as well. Or if it's nighttime where you are, I hope it was a good day. Can't wait till all the new groceries come. Nice. Is it grocery day? Is it delivery day? Oh, okay, you're talking about work. Okay. We raiding? We're not gonna raid today, Mighty Munchkin, and here's why. Because I do feel like I should tell you guys why we're not gonna be raiding. Um, Links don't work on the mobile shorts streams. If I put a link in the chat and you're on mobile, you won't be able to click it. So anyone that's watching on a phone won't be able to click it to go on the raid. And the last time I tried to do a redirect in YouTube, it did not work. So I would hate to say, hey, we're going to raid, and then the stream just ends and you guys are stuck in limbo, and then I look like a dum-dum. So that's why we're not going to raid. But there are a lot of great people streaming out there today. A lot of good friends of mine that are going to be doing streams after we're done here. Even some that are streaming right now. I highly suggest you go check them out if you're looking for some more content. But yeah, just because of the technical issues, I'm not going to be able to raid. You're getting lunch and dinner from work soon? Okay. Need to focus on calorie, fat, and protein and carb? Alrighty. Interesting is if you criminally oversimplify POTS, it's basically a chronic lack of salt. I know it's more than that, but I have heard you talk about that. I was seeing you drink like no water, so you weren't really affected by POTS back then, because you never drank enough water to balance out your salt content. Gotcha. So, Ari, does that mean that you have to incorporate more electrolytes into your diet? I'm bad with science. I'm bad with nutrition. I'm bad with all that stuff. So if I'm just talking garbage, please tell me. But if it's a chronic lack of salt, I would think that would mean that you'd want a more like a more highly electrolyte type of intake. Yes, absolutely. Take salt pills now in order to accommodate normal mental water. Okay, gotcha. Again, I don't mean to oversimplify it, and I'm probably talking out my bum, but would something, and I'm not by any means trying to tell you to change what you're doing now. I'm just kind of curious. Would like if you drank Gatorade, would that be helpful? Is it that type of like increased electrolytes that would be helpful, or is that just like too simple and not nuanced of an idea? Does that make sense? Gatorade is super helpful. Gotcha. Yeah, coffee is a dehydrator. That's correct. I'm not sure what that has to do with what we're talking about, but it is true. Coffee is a dehydrator. High amount of sugar, that's true. Right, JJ, but I don't think anybody was talking about coffee. Unless I missed it. Was Ari talking about coffee earlier and I didn't see it? Splurge on sugar too much and you're reaping what you sowed now. I get that. All right, we got 12 checks left. Could it happen? Could it be? Thank you guys for the shiny luck. I think, Ron, are we officially in buzzer beater territory at this point? You're the official buzzer beater referee. Have we entered it? Come on, buzzer beater. I think we have. So we got 10 resets, 20 total checks left. I'm feeling good about this. I honestly had low expectations of it popping today, but I do have a good feeling that we'll get it tomorrow. It's not guaranteed, of course, but I was expecting to get one of these two this weekend, just based on the fact that we're dual hunting and what the odds are. I think we got a pretty decent chance. You were typing it as I said it? Nice. Like actually when like this is how confident I was that we were not going to get it today. When Shiny's put together this thumbnail for me, this amazing thumbnail that Shiny's made, where it says weekday mornings 8 a.m. Eastern, it said Saturday morning 8 a.m. Eastern, and I said I'd like the Saturday because I ain't gonna be getting this on the first day, so we changed it to weekend mornings. But I mean, he knocked it out of the park with a thumbnail. I just told him that I was looking for like a head-to-head, like boxing theme type, theme for this hunt, and he put together that incredible UFC looking thumbnail. I thought he did a great job. $486 checks so far. Here comes 487 and 488. Nothing on the KABUTOPS and OMASTAR. Not shiny. Eventually you'll chat with MNBA to get your credit card activated for Samsung. Pay this phone has NFC. I'm not sure what that means, but good luck with that, JJ. Ari, I have not. I have been slowly working on Death Note. I think I'm on episode 13 or 14. I know there's only 30-something episodes of that, so I'm making slow progress, but I'm definitely making progress. Naruto, I have not gotten into. Nothing against it, I just haven't gotten into it. Near field communication, secure payment type. Oh, okay. Death Note's fine. You even read the manga for it? Oh, sweet. Welcome back, Mino. Just in time for the last few checks. We've done 492 checks today. Probably more than that, but those are the ones we'll count. So we got 8 checks left before we hit 500 and end the stream. No shiny. I'm loving this setup I have going on right here. Like on the monitor over here on the right hand side, I have the stream itself. And then on the left-hand side of the monitor, top half, I have the KABUTOPS switch. The bottom half, I have the OMASTAR switch. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a lot of checks. It is, Mom. But we are doing 2 checks at a time, which is nice. So we've done 248 checks for each one of these two, for a total of 496. But, you know, we're checking 2 at a time, so really 248 resets. But we're cruising through it. See, we can, excuse me, we can do the checks this way a lot faster than we can in that other way, Mom. The Dynamax adventures, the ones where I play with 3 other people and we fight all the Pokemon and check the boss. This is a lot faster way than that. Cam, hello, good to see you. Here we go, check 496 and 497. Or no, 497, 498. All right, here we go. Last check of the stream. If it does not shine here, we will be back with this tomorrow. Before we check, I just want to say, Cam, please don't spam. I want to say thank you to a few people. Thank you to Hassan for 14 months, Storms for 2 months, Carly May for 15 months, Zed Games for 15 months, Trevor for 9 months, and Larry for 8. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Here we go. Last check of the stream. Will either one of them shine? They did not. So we will continue this hunt tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. This was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. But we'll be back tomorrow doing this again, and I feel pretty confident that one of these two will shine tomorrow. But guys, have a great rest of your day. Hope it's a good one. If you are doing the Mega Heracross raids in Pokemon Go, I wish you all the best of luck. Take care of yourself. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.